What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome to my Sunday bonus video. So today we're going to be going through all of my eyeshadow palettes right here and pulling 4 palettes for y'all to choose from for my upcoming Throwback Thursday video. So if you're new and you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, Throwback Thursday is a series on my channel that I started as a way to get used to the older eyeshadow palettes in my collection. So the way this works is every Sunday I post a video just like this one, and then I put a poll over my community section with the names and pictures of each of the palettes. I give y'all a few days to vote, and then on Thursday we play with the winning palette. Now normally I start in this drawer up here and work my way all the way down and end at this drawer right here, but I said last week I was going to go backwards, so we're going to start in this drawer, which houses all of my high-end and luxury eyeshadow palettes. Now there's a lot of quads in here, there's a lot of neutrality in here, but there's also some palettes in here that I kind of want to pull and play with, and the first one that comes to mind is going to be this one from Natasha Denona, if I can get it out of here. And this is the Sunrise palette. Now this is not a new palette, obviously, because this is a Throwback Thursday choice video, but this one is new to me. I got this from a friend, she didn't want it anymore, and I was like, I will absolutely take that one. And it's just so pretty. I love the color story in here. I love these very like warm tone fall leaning colors. So this is one of the palettes that I want to pull and I've been wanting to pull, but every time I get to this drawer I already have a huge stack of palettes. So this is going to be our first one that we're going to pull. I do also have all these other Natasha Denona palettes right here, but we're going to skip out on those ones. Another palette that I have that I'm going to pull, that I have pulled at several moments at this time, and that is going to be the Tarte Maneater palette. I just think this one is so incredibly beautiful, and again, it's got some more of those fall tones to it. I know we're getting into the winter months, but I still want to play with these kind of tones. So I'm going to pull this one more week. We'll see if it wins and what happens. So that is going to give us 2 choices so far. Now everything else in this drawer, I think we're going to kind of leave it be. I do have the Lila palette from Natasha Denona, and I have played with this a couple of times at this point, like in my own time, and I really like this palette. I think it's beautiful. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. I do have this palette. This was actually recently gifted to me, as in like yesterday, from a client. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. So I've never played with it before. I do think it's really, really pretty, but I have this one now, so I'm happy to have a new little addition to my collection. But I think we're going to skip the rest of this drawer, unless... Do I want to pull a Viseart palette? Look at this one. This is one of my favorites from the brand. It's so incredibly beautiful with those purples. Let's pull this one for now. We might have to dwindle it down. We usually do, but I think that is now going to be it from this drawer. So let me go ahead and close this one and rearrange myself because we need to go to that drawer over there. Alright, so this drawer down here is just a mishmash of a bunch of palettes, and let's kind of go through here and see if there's anything that I want to play with. I'm kind of feeling some of these darker, grungier vibes, but at the same time I will play with anything. So one I haven't played with in a really long time is this one from Ace Beauté. This is the Paletteopoly palette, and this one is so pretty and so fun. This would make a really fun palette bingo. Maybe we'll pull this one because there are some like deeper, grungier tones as well. Let's pull it for now. We can always dwindle if we need to. And I think the time has come that we're going to pull this one from Martine Cosmetics. Now this was actually a spooky release from last year. This is the Mayday palette, but I say every time we get to this one gives me winter vibes, and I'm loving the tones in here. So we're going to go ahead and pull this one as well. Y'all, I already have 5 palettes sitting over here, but it's okay. It is what it is. But I think that's going to be it from this drawer. So let me just kind of do a one over, see what we have in here, because I have been known to skip over things and then wonder why I didn't come across that palette. So let's see. Oh my gosh, that one's so beautiful. Came out earlier this year. It's stunning. We do have some Juvia's placed in here. I haven't played with this palette in a really long time. Actually, I haven't played with this one in particular. This one is one that I decluttered and gave to a friend and really missed it, so I repurchased it. So I haven't played with the new one, but I love this color story. We're going to leave this one in here. We're going to skip Juvia's Place. I know which one I'm going to pull. One that I still have yet to play with, and that's this one from LH Cosmetics. This is the Creator palette, and it's this really cute little palette. I love the color story in here, and there's definitely some really pretty looks we can make with this one. So let's pull that one. And then let's keep looking to see what else we have in here. Oh, I cannot wait to do a declutter. I never thought I would ever say that I would be excited to do an eyeshadow palette declutter, but I need to do one. As much as I love all of my palettes, I will never get to all of these, and some of these just deserve a better home. But, ooh, oh, this palette. We're going to save that one for another day, but it's so beautiful. No, not really feeling that one. I was kind of thinking of maybe pulling this one, but it's very neutral. It is really pretty. I bought this one because I wanted a more neutral cool tone palette, and this one came out, I bought it, and then like everybody and their mother released a cool tone neutral palette. I do think this one's really pretty though, but I think we're gonna save that one. I want to do like a neutral Throwback Thursday video. Let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in, is like choosing a neutral palette and then doing some sort of look with it. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, let's move on to the next drawer up. So this one, you belong down here. Let's put you away really quick. I kind of just threw things places. I was trying to put palettes away and clean up a little bit, and some of them did not go back where they belong. Okay, so in here we have all of my ColourPop over here. We've got my Melt palettes right here, which I'm still debating if I want to pick up the new Bailey Sarian Melt palette. I just love Bailey Sarian so much, and I really want to support her. And I do think it's a really cute palette. I haven't decided. I'm on the fence about it, and in my mind, if you're on the fence about it, then you don't need it. And I've said several times, I'm trying to be more selective with my purchases and get out of the mindset of you need to do something with everything that comes out. So anyways, I digress. Let's carry on. So we've got Cryptine, we've got Sigma, we've got CXC. Back here we have Beauty Bay, and then we've got all of my Lunar Beauty palettes back here. So we've got Nude Prism, Full Fantasy, and Moonshroom back here. But I think we're going to skip this drawer and move on to the next one up. And that's going to bring us to this palette right here. And this one is going to house a lot of different brands, but we've got Sugar Drizzle over here. So all of my Sugar Drizzle palettes. We've got Fantasy Cosmetica right here in the middle. And then back here we have all of my Ladybug Glow. And are we ready to play with some Christmas palettes? I feel like we are. Should we do all Christmas palettes this year for, or should I say this month? Should we do all Christmas palettes this month for Throwback Thursday? Kind of like we did in October. I didn't even think about that until just now, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we should do that, which kind of changes everything I pulled. Okay. That's, I think, what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. This is Krampus Eve, but then we also have Krampus Continued. And as you can see, this one is going to have more of a shimmer heavy color story, and this one's going to be more of a matte heavy color story. So maybe we could do a look kind of combining the two palettes. We'll pull that as an option. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, y'all, I'm so scatterbrained today. I don't know if I can do a kind of Christmas palette every single week because I don't have a whole lot of Christmas palettes in my collection, but we'll see what we get to. Let's carry on for now. We'll figure it out in just a minute. Okay, so like I said, Fantasy Cosmetica, we've got Lethal Cosmetics over here. And then under here we have all of my Glaminatrix. Back here we've got DD Signature, Divaroon, Titanium Foxes, and then under here, this one down there is going to be Jolie Beauty. And then of course we have my little Game Beauty quads right here. So I think we're going to be good with what we pulled from this drawer. If I can get everything put back the way it belongs. And we're gonna move to this drawer up here. And this drawer, I do have a kind of holiday, Christmas, winter themed color story in here. I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. Okay, so sorry, I'm back. All right, so what I was saying is we have this one from Gourmande Girls. This is the Silent Night palette. This was last year's sort of holiday release. And what I liked about this one is it wasn't like Christmas specific. I mean, Silent Night can kind of just apply to anything, but the color story in here is really beautiful and it's more neutral than you might think, but I like the pops of blues and the golds in this one. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that one as an option. And per usual, we already have way too many options, but let's see what else we have in here. So Glamlight, ooh, excuse me, is going to be mostly Halloween releases, but let's go ahead and kind of put this drawer back while I'm sitting here. So we've got Rick and Morty that fits in here somehow. All right, let's put the rest of these away and then we can move on. But I think that's going to be it for in here. I don't think there's anything else that's really like super wintry or holiday themed or anything else like that. So let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just move on to our next drawer. So I have to, I think, maybe rearrange for this. Yeah, I need to rearrange, so give me just a minute. Alright, so this drawer is going to have all of my Oden's Eye and my Blend Bunny palettes, and I do have some Christmas palettes in here to pull from. So first one I have is the Krampus Eve palette. So beautiful. I love that. That one came out 2 years ago at this point. And then the next one that I have is going to be back here, and I have the Merry Christmas palette, which is like your beautiful quintessential Christmas color story. So incredibly beautiful. We have Snow Dream and Hey Reindeer, and I think I was one of the few people that actually liked these color stories, but this one, this gives me like vintage Christmas vibes, and it is so incredibly beautiful. I love the tones in here, the shimmers in here. This one is beautiful. I really, really like that one. And then we also have Hey Reindeer, and to me, this is more of like the sugar plum fairy side of Christmas. I still think it's very beautiful. It's very pastel, but I like the color story. I wasn't disappointed in either one of these at all. And I do have the two new ones, and those are coming in tomorrow's video, I believe. Yes, don't quote me on that, if not tomorrow, the day after. But I'm going to go ahead and pull all 4 of these for now, and we'll figure out which ones we want to play with. But let's move on to our next drawer. Alright, so this drawer is one of my most cluttered drawers, as we always talk about every week. But it houses all of my Ensley Rain. And then I've got all of my Bella Beauty bar over here. We've got Adept, and then back here we have Cosmic Beauty. And I want to pull this one from Cosmic Beauty because this one is so beautiful. It's the Winter Wonderland palette, and not only do I love the color story in here, but it's very appropriate for this time of year. But I definitely want to pull this one. Look at that multi-chrome right there. Oh my gosh, it is so, so beautiful. Okay, so we're going to pull that one. And then I think that's going to be it for this drawer. Oh my gosh, I have huge stacks of palettes down here that I'm like, I can't play with every single one of these in 1 week. But let's put this drawer back together, and then we'll move on. So why is this such a disaster in here? I don't know what happens half the time. I don't even know how these were in here. This is interesting. I might have to come back and fix this. Never mind. Okay, that works. Alright, last drawer is going to be this one up here, and this is going to be Unearthly and Nomad Cosmetics. And I'm trying to think if there's anything. I don't think there's any like true wintry or holiday releases. I know this was a winter release from last year. And I'm just not feeling that one right now. I kind of think that's it for this drawer. We do have Whistler Snow Lodge. Love that color story. So beautiful, but I just played with a very similar one. But I think that's going to be it for this drawer. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the palettes I pulled. Alright y'all, so these are the palettes that I pulled, and this is probably the most that I've ever pulled for a Throwback Thursday video. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm sitting here looking at this, and I can already tell you, I think I'm going to put this one away, and this one away, and this one away, and probably these two away as well. Like, why did I even start at this drawer over here and go backwards? Because I got halfway through and realized I want to play with Christmas palettes this month. Like, I'm into it, I'm here for it. So we're going to take these out of the mix. So sad, but it is what it is. Maybe January they'll have better look. But let's go ahead and take a look at the ones that I still have out. And honestly, I think we're going to put this one away too, just because it is a more spooky release. Even though it does have a beautiful winter color story, I want to put this one away for now. Maybe I'll do a short with it or something like that. It is really pretty, and the formula is fantastic in here. But I'm looking at all of these beautiful like Christmas, winter, holiday themed palettes, and this is what I want to play with. I am in the mood. This is my favorite time of year. My house is decorated. I'm just so ready for it. So let's see here. What do we want to do? So what do we have? Actually, we could do, I think I definitely want to leave this one out. I just love this. It's so, so pretty. Like, that just screams winter in every way, shape, and form. And it's a little colder outside. It's like in the 50s today. I know that's not super cold. Like, personally, I would like it colder, but I'm just feeling this color story. So we're going to keep this one as an option. And then, oh, this is so hard. I'm kind of thinking, okay, let's dwindle this down over here. I want to be able to include these throughout the month, but I don't want to have them all in one video. So let's open these up and see which one is kind of calling to me in this moment. All right, so here are the 4 from Oden's Eye, and I think I want to include this one. I love this color story. It's the Snow Dream one, and like I said, people didn't like that release, but I loved it. I think it's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's put these 3 away. We'll save these for another week so we don't have all Oden's Eye in 1 week. So we've got 2 choices right here, and then we're going to leave out these as choices as well. So let me get this little pile out of the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so these are going to be our 4 choices. So first up we have Gourmande Girls Silent Night. Yes, it's more neutral leaning, but this is so beautiful. Ugh, I just love this palette. Look at that gold right there. It is stunning on the eye. So here is going to be one of our choices. As I slam it on the ground, please tell me you didn't break. Nope, she is sturdy and she is tough. Okay, so that is going to be one of our choices. Another choice is going to be a palette bingo with these 2 right here from Ladybug Glow. So we have the Krampus Eve palette, which is going to be a 12-pan palette, right? Nope, 9-pan palette. I can't count, obviously. A 9-pan palette with 8 mattes, and then one absolutely beautiful like rainbow multi-chrome in the middle. And the other one is going to be Krampus Continued. This is going to be another 9-pan palette, but this one is going to have 4 mattes and 5 shimmers in this one. So we can do a palette bingo with these 2. Next we have the Snow Dream palette from Oden's Eye. Vintage Christmas vibes. Absolutely love it. And then our last one is going to be from Cosmic Beauty, which I think they were still Cosmic brushes at this point. But this is the Winter Wonderland palette. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just love the tones in this one. So those are going to be our 4 choices for our very first Throwback Thursday in December. So make sure you head over to my community section, cast your vote. I cannot see what wins this week as usual, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.